Good afternoon, everybody. This is Kim Eichhoff coming to you live from my sunroom in my backyard. We had a big rainstorm here this morning, lost power for about, 2 hours or so, which is not unusual where I live. It happens, quite frankly, because of all of our big trees, as you can see. But I wanted to hop on here today. I've been thinking a lot about customer service. It's kind of one of the things I've been, I guess, focused on a lot with clients. I feel like providing and getting our current customers to buy more from us, to engage more, to share more information with other people about us. It's kind of low hanging fruit, and I think a lot of times as small business owners we forget about this. So not that you treat your customers bad, but there's just little things we can do to really fine tune our relationships with our customers and expand it more and get more kind of engagement from them. So one of the keys to providing and creating a great business is consistency. So how I show up with my product or service to my clients means everything. And obviously consistency is important in lots of areas of our lives. Like if you're starting a workout program, right? You can't work out one day a week and think you're going to achieve your goals, whatever those are. You have to show up consistently, do the things every day, and just do it constantly. And then you start to see the changes. So it's the same thing with our businesses. We have to provide a consistent product or service that our customers are expecting and appreciate. So a good example of what not to do. I was a personal trainer years ago and yoga teacher, and I was working in a gym up in New Jersey, high-end gym. So we had lots of people in there that would buy personal training services. And there was a trainer that I was working with, and this is kind of where I started to learn this concept of to do this sort of thing, to be consistent. So this individual had a lot of kind of personal drama going on in his life, and he would show up, one day he might show up in a really great mood. One day he might show up in a really negative mood. One day he was really tired. Like he was all over the place. He was never consistent. And so what I noticed was he went through clients a lot. So clients would buy packages of like 10, 20, 30 coaching or personal training sessions. And his clients tended to, once they did a package, they were done and gone. Usually with those of us that were more consistent, our clients signed on for a package, they do the package, and then they sign on for more training after that. So it was a consistent thing. But because of how he showed up and all these different spaces and all this different energy and all these different ways, he lost clients pretty consistently. And there wasn't anything wrong with his training. Like he was a good trainer. He knew what he was talking about, but it was really just the energy, the environment that he brought that I think people did not like. And I have this experience a lot with businesses that I work with. If we're scheduled, let's say, to do a meeting and they cancel on me, that happens. Stuff comes up. You have to do that. But if it becomes a thing where, like maybe we meet one time, we discuss what we're needing to go through, and then we have another meeting scheduled, and then they cancel that, and we schedule, and then we have another meeting, and then we go through stuff, and then they cancel the next meeting, or then they show up late to the next meeting. I mean, all those inconsistencies for me, I can feel that this is not going to be a good trusted relationship. So I end up usually not really using that person long term. So that's the other thing that this does, is it creates that really strong trust, because you are showing and telling somebody, this is what I'm going to do for you, and I will show up and do it. And when you do that, they trust you. When you don't do that, it kind of erodes that trust, if there is any there. So think about in your business, what I like to do with clients is kind of go through my entire process with customers. I get a customer, they buy my product, and then what's the follow-up? How do I get them re-engaged to come back? And every time that they come back, let's say you're a hairdresser, right? Every time they come back to my studio, are they getting the haircut they're expecting? Are they getting the coloring they're expecting? Are they getting the environment they're expecting? Am I on time for my sessions, for my appointments? Is it clean? All those things that make a difference Are they experiencing that same really high quality every single time? And if they're not, take a good look at that and tweak those things. So if you tend to not be on time, it's a big area to look at. It means a lot to other people for you to be on time. It means you respect them, you respect their time, and that they mean something to you. So if you're consistently not on time, I would look at that. What does that mean? Why am I doing this? What is this about? And how am I going to fix it so that I am and I show up consistently? If sometimes the service is kind of off, maybe you're not in a great mood, and so whatever you're providing, if it's a haircut or a massage or whatever, it's not the best quality always, you need to look at that as well. And you need to fix that, because if somebody gets a great experience with you one time and then a terrible the next, the chances that they're going to come back are not great. We see this a lot in restaurants, right? We go to have a dinner someplace, it's excellent, we love it, we talk about it, we bring our friends with us the next time, and it's not as good, and it's like, ugh. I had just this same experience not too long ago with a restaurant where I was like, this place was awesome. And so I brought people with me. It was not that awesome the second time. And I probably will not go back. Or if I do go back, it'll be a while, because I'm going to give them a chance to get their stuff together. And, everybody can have an off day or an off night. That's totally understandable. But if you see that you're constantly kind of losing people and you're having to, either reach out to them to get them back in without them coming back in on their own, or you're having to bring in new people constantly, that's a problem. That's a very expensive way to grow your business. So take a look and see, how can I make sure my customers are getting the best experience? How can I be more consistent with my product, with my service, with my delivery? And as a result, can I see my profits grow consistently? And I bet you will. Those are directly correlated. Not maybe causal, but is correlated. So pay attention to that. Oh, you see the hummingbird? I got a little hummingbird up there who's saying hi. So take a look at that. If you really want to grow your profits, this is really important. So, all right. If you have any questions, let me know. And otherwise, be consistent. Show up. Show up as you tell people you will, and things will work out great. So I will talk to you soon.